Hi guys, today is all about lucky girl syndrome, and I will say if you are a guy who's clicked on this can absolutely apply to you. There's no reason why saying, I'm lucky and following this process and manifestation and trend can't apply to you. Obviously you would just change the gender. I'm the luckiest guy ever, the luckiest man ever, whatever you want to say. So it's not limited to just women, but this is a trend where obviously women, I think, practice manifestation more. And there's this social media trend. I think we talk about it more on social media. So it turned into the lucky girl syndrome. But anyone can watch this and apply this. And I'm going to talk about this trend today. I mean, I don't really have any opinions because it's a great thing. It's just a name given to manifesting good luck, really. And yeah, apparently it has become really well known. I had a request yesterday from someone requested that I talk about this topic, and because it's been apparently on the news and Sammy Ingram did a video on it, and that's how I actually first saw about it being discussed, and I was like, damn, that's a really good idea. I wish I had done that. And then I was like, well, I can't do it now because I can't post it right after Sammy. People think I copied her. And when I first saw it, I thought of it, and I have another trendy idea that I'm going to make a video on, and I might be one of the first people, but I think hers is a challenge video, and I'm also giving my own take. I haven't even watched her video, so I'm not entirely sure what she says. It's probably going to be quite similar to what I say. I can always, not copy, but be inspired by other people's content and give my own take on it. So yeah, it's going to be all about lucky girl syndrome. Keep watching if you enjoy, if you're interested, and do thumbs up, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you can stay up to date with all my new manifestation content. I offer coaching if you would like personal help. If you want to go above and beyond the lucky girl syndrome and actually change your entire life, and you're struggling with that, I do offer one-on-one coaching. The information of prices and packages and everything is on my Instagram, which is linked in the description box right below, LOA Coaching, so you can reach out to me there or via email and you can get the coaching with me. So let's now get into the video. So what this comes down to is not even necessarily manifestation, but I think it stems from the idea of just some girls being really, really lucky, and that then being turned into this concept of being able to manifest and create yourself to be a lucky girl and have that same syndrome where it just happens to you and you're this poor innocent person who just has the best luck ever. So it's girls who assume that good things just happen to them, that they have good luck, that they are just lucky, they win things work out in their favor, that sort of thing. And they oftentimes, I think what it stems from and where it kind of started is people, when they call themselves lucky, they weren't even coming from a manifestation perspective. They maybe didn't realize that it's a form of manifestation, that what they're doing is actually creating that to be a belief reflected in their reality. So yeah, it kind of, I think, stems from, and my perspective is, even the Britney Spears song, was it literally called Lucky? Just talking about this girl who has like all the best luck and all the best material items in the world, just being treated really, really well and winning things, or things just randomly happening that are really good and in your favor. I also think another example that is reflected in our day-to-day lives, where people and girls who have assumptions about being lucky, it can get reflected when you're just telling people that, because I've had this and I would consider myself lucky, and I don't recall any specific examples, but I know that I must have told my parents or someone, how lucky is this? I use the word lucky quite a lot. So I think I do kind of suffer from lucky girl syndrome, where I just have an assumption now. Things will always work out for me, even if I'm going through a rough patch or rough experience. I just recognize and assume it's always temporary and that nothing bad or permanent can happen to me. Like, I just feel always that I'm technically always safe, and I feel relatively secure, and that I can kind of get out of anything and that nothing horrific is going to happen. So to me, it kind of stems from the lucky girl syndrome as well. So I can kind of relate to it myself and how I've applied it in my life. I'm starting to reverse engineer that as well. So it may come in the form of you or a girl who experiences this and has manifested this, telling her friends, a story of good news, something good that happened to you, something miraculous or crazy. You were like, you won't believe it, I actually made the flight. Or I won this thing. I win a lot of competitions, and that I think is part of it. So it might start from there, a really innocent, simple, subconscious assumption where you say, you know, oh yeah, I was just really lucky, where you acknowledge that something good happened and you relate it back to just being good luck. So you can start doing that consciously now as part of manifesting your desire, not to lie or make it up, but like if something good happens or something genuinely lucky happens, acknowledge it, verbalize it. Verbalize it? Is that, I don't know if that's a real word, but verbally express that and say it to other people, right? It's kind of speaking it into existence, reaffirming it and having a conversation in real life where you're actually applying, you know, that affirmation. So tell people, you know, this happened. How lucky is that? How lucky am I? You know, start throwing the word luck into your conversations. Written down a bunch of affirmations that relate directly to this, that will help you develop lucky girl syndrome and that you can apply. So you can pick and choose, switch up the wording. These are just some assumptions from the top of my head that I've written down. Everything always goes my way. Everything works in my favor. I am so lucky. I have the best luck ever. I'm the luckiest girl ever. I get everything I want. I have the lucky girl syndrome. You can literally say that because your mind will, especially after this video, acknowledge what it is, know how to apply it. So if you say I have the lucky girl syndrome, it will, I think, attract all the positive experiences and assumptions associated with that. You can also say good things happen to me every day, right? So it's slightly different wording, slightly different context in all those different affirmations, but they all come down to the same thing: having good things happen, having positive life experiences, getting what you want, being lucky, right? As I already said, you want to use this in your day-to-day life instead of just creating an affirmation. A good way to implement this and incorporate it just in your life and really cement it as an assumption in your mind is when you're telling people good news. What else have I written down? Yeah, telling your friends a certain story. You can joke and be like, oh, well, you know, I guess I'm just lucky. Even if it's not something that's like crazy. If they say, oh, how did you get that? Or, oh, I thought that was sold out. I guess I'm just lucky, you know, like joking around and saying it, but your mind will actually be absorbing that information, especially if you're able to repeat it quite often. You can just be like, I guess I'm just really lucky, you know? It's a bit more humble, right? You're not saying, oh, you know, I'm amazing. Of course they did that. Of course they said that. You're saying, I don't know. I guess I'm just lucky. Like trying to just justify all the good things that happen, that you just have luck, right? It's not up to you. It's just a thing that happens. You just happen to have good luck. And it will build up over time the more you say it. So try and be conscious of this as almost like a mental diet practice, but at the same time, you're just affirming. You're literally just reinforcing the positive story of having that good luck by being able to say it and give that as a reason for why certain things happen in your life. I've also written down here as my final point of advice is to get out of the mindset of worrying about worst case scenario, you know, worrying and coming from a pessimistic viewpoint where it's like worst case scenario, this could happen. What if this happens? You know, going in with like a pessimistic mindset, I think, is the best way to summarize it, and just being a little bit hard on yourself, not giving yourself credit, not assuming that the best could happen, not even that it will happen, because I know that's hard to fully accept as a fact, but just to assume, you know what, things might turn out really, really well, and then adding in, because I'm lucky, you know what, I just have good luck. Good luck can happen to me at any time. You know, I could get lucky with this. So use your mental diet if you do get those worries or spiral or worry about an exam, for example, a job interview, you know, arguing with someone, or just getting anything you want, like buying tickets for a concert, right? Like I now have this assumption that I can always find a perfect ticket. I can manifest the exact ticket I want for a concert, for a tour. And I've had that luck up until now. There you go, I just said it, I have that luck. But yeah, I've had that positive experience where I've always managed to get the type of ticket that I wanted for like concerts. Recently for the 1975, I got the exact type of seating that I wanted, even though initially it had completely sold out. So to me, that's part of this whole lucky girl syndrome where you just assume certain things will always work out. So use your mental diet if it's not natural and tell yourself, it's going to work out because I'm just lucky, you know, I'm a lucky girl. I am so lucky. This is definitely going to work out in my favor. So it will be part of your mental diet because, like I said, it will take time for that to even feel natural to say or think. So use it as like a conscious action that you're taking to remind yourself, I am lucky. And try and get out of that mindset of thinking from the worst case scenario, worrying about what's going to happen, and deciding that actually, no, everything could work out. You know, I'm going to think from the possibility of all the amazing things that could happen and not go immediately to worst case scenario. So these are more conscious practices that you can incorporate day to day to develop good luck over time and start feeling like you are part of the lucky girl syndrome. So I hope this video was useful, gave you some insight into the trend, some, applicable, practical things that you can do in your day-to-day life. If you enjoyed, please do thumbs up, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I will see you next time. Bye.